Your shows, Tomo, back to you.
Man, the network, man. I'm telling you. And you wanna know what's great about every show that we do on here is like whenever someone throws out an idea or a topic or just maybe they just like, man, I think this is gonna happen or a prediction. It always comes true at some point. Like it's either if it's a boxing match, they like call it either spot on or it's close to being spot on or how the fight is
Yep.
gonna go. When it comes to Dave's doghouse, you either gonna be a dog for a week or maybe a year, or you're gonna be in the doghouse for like 2 decades. We don't know. We don't know. And King's talk, man, I'm telling you, Jerry, every time you call a play out, they either get better or they just be like, I'm gonna make it up to you in the playoffs. So make sure y'all tune in to all the
That's all
episodes. The
I'm saying.
CTC, man. Carl talking college. March Madness is coming. My man you better take a nap because you gonna have a lot of episodes to do, Bucko.
Facts.
Man.
Probably working.
Man, and speaking of working, man, we talking about front offices. They trying to work out these salary caps. The salary cap increased, but it seemed like they're trying to get players to decrease their pay. And it's like, hey, that's your job, man. I signed my contract 2 years ago. I should be good. Why you coming to me talking about something you want me to take a what is it? A pay cut for the team, or we're trying to move some money over here so we can bring in more players.
Hometown discount.
You could call it a hometown
Well, he's from
discount,
Sacramento.
or you could just move the team from California so we can stop paying all these taxes, man. Because I'm not really getting too much money. Because my man did the TikTok. I think he was the one that did the TikTok to show you how much they taking out of his taxes.
It was him. It was him.
And he let the front office know I know what I'm doing with my money. I got my spreadsheet, I got my Excel sheet, and I got my formulas and everything. So if y'all don't know who we talking about Arik Armstead. That's Eric with an A. He said to be a free agent. After him in the front office sat down and they were like, hey, man, we want you to take the pay cut. And he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather go out and be a free agent and see if I can actually get the money that I'm worth. And some people are saying this is a big situation. Like, betting on yourself. Is it going to be right? Or is he going to be back for 1.2 mil like Russ? I'm happy either way. You tell me how you feel, Dave. Bang, bang.
I'm happy either way.
So I'm not upset at this move for two reasons. One, Arik Armstead was going to cost the team $28 million towards the cap next season. And that's a lot of money. Even though he is a captain, he played well in the Super Bowl, and he's one of our best rush defenders on the team. He's the best rush defender on the team. I'm saying not one of those. He's the best. He also is second in franchise history in sacks with 8 sacks in the playoffs. And, you know, he played his best in the Super Bowl. He had 6 tackles and a sack in the Super Bowl. And we all know that celebration he does. He does that all the time. But I'll say this. People forget that he was the one that was kept before when we sent out DeForest Buckner, when we didn't keep DeForest Buckner. DeForest Buckner was the better defender all around, but we let him go. I would have preferred to keep DeForest Buckner and let Arik Armstead go because DeForest Buckner to me was worth more, and he's been healthier. That's the reason number 2. He hasn't been healthy the last 2 years. He's only played in 15 games. He's missed 16 games the last 2 seasons. He's only played in 21 games. So he has not been healthy. If you remember during that stretch when we were that stretch after the Eagles game, he was gone for a while. He didn't come back until the playoff game. And our rush defense took a hit because he wasn't there. It also took a hit because of the defense, the style of defense we were playing because of Steve Wilkes. But other than that, it's because we didn't have the guy that we needed there. He's had a bunch of toe injuries, a bunch of lower leg injuries, and that doesn't bode well for a guy that's now turning 31 years old. So he's getting older, and we need the money to save to be able to make other moves. The other reason why I'm not upset at this is because I feel like we're about to make a move. Because there are defenders out there that are free agents like Daniel Hunter. He's out there. And then you got news about Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack possibly getting cut. And you know the 49ers would do whatever they can to put Joey Bosa alongside his brother. So I'm not too worried about this move, but I can understand why some people are upset because he's a captain. He's one of the best defenders that we've had for a very long time. So I understand Niner Empire being upset at this move, but you got to understand from this standpoint, it's a business at the end of the day. He was going to cost us $28 million. And the thing is, it could save us either 2.4 million or 18 million, depending on when we actually release them.
Yeah.
So if we release them now, it's only going to save us 2.4 million. But if we do it after June 1st, that's going to save us 18 million. So what would you guys want to do? Would you want to be under the cap, be over the cap, and not, and possibly lose him in a regular season like we have the last two seasons, or save 18 million to get somebody that might be healthier? You choose.
Well, I'm glad you said that because in my situation, if he was in Dallas, they would probably find a way to keep him because that's just what they do. They would go over the cap and then find a way to be like, oh yeah, June's coming, let's cut him, or we're gonna talk bad about him and see if we can find a potential trade after we talk bad about him. Look at Amari Cooper, but the post 1 June cut, I'm not mad at your reaction to it because again, Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, think about that, and at the way your front office is looking and how y'all find players. Boom, that's not a bad thing. I'm so glad y'all got rid of DeForest. DeForest was nice. But then y'all got Hargrave. So look at that situation. You also got young people in the draft. Y'all guys can draft like that. But I don't really want to focus too much on him being cut by the 49ers because, again, there's a lot of cap casualties that's happened in the last 2 weeks. Look at the whole Bills team. Gone. All cap casualties. Look at what the Broncos are doing. Cap casualties. Look at why 2 players retired from the Eagles. Not cap casualties. They just left because they was broken. You thought I was gonna let that Lamar Prescott slide? No. But again, your defense is already set. Your guys got there. I want to talk about a potential spot that I think he can go because he is betting on himself, and that's one of the reasons why he said he wasn't going to take the pay cut is because he feel like he can get more money to go elsewhere. And there were 3 teams that I thought about instantly. I thought about the DeForest Buckner situation. I was like, the Colts, they have a little bit of money. Then I said, maybe the Texans, because they're flirting around with a little bit of money and they want to bulk up their defensive front line too. Because look, who was his defensive coordinator? Who's the head coach? He might go back out there. And speaking of taxes, no state income tax. 8 games, you get a little bit of that money back. And then I said, man, there's somewhere else too. I thought of the Pats, and I said somebody else left the 49ers too, and they got a lot of money. And I don't want him to go there neither, but I gotta say it on air because when I say a free agent could go somewhere, they don't go. So what about the Commanders? He might be going out to DC. So him saying I'm gonna bet on myself, this is the perfect time to do it because you got teams that are in a rebuild phase and they got money to pay. So the 49ers, they're going to be okay, and I think Eric's going to be okay. So that's why I said I'm happy either way.
Yeah,
unless he goes to the Commanders.
Teddy, to answer your question, no, he's not a tackle. He's a D. They put him in at DN almost all the time. He's not a tackle.
So Joe,
yeah, y'all still eating 25 million though. If y'all don't release him by June 1st.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said. That's why I talked about the 2.4 million. That was like, hey, is this? That's the only thing that I would be like, all right, like this was pointless. You should have just kept him.
Yeah, this is like this is what I'm confused about. Because I heard that he wanted to be released. That he went to the 49ers and said, I want to be a free agent. And the 49ers said, well, we're going to grant your wish and we're going to release you, even though you got another year left in your contract. And we about to eat $25 million most likely.
Yeah,
that's what I'm confused about.
It was so. I don't know if you saw the video that I posted in there, but a guy Chase Senior who covers the 49ers, he pretty much said that it's what it's going to be is going to be pretty much a June 1st release. So it's going to save.
I know about that. Yeah, I know about a June 1st release. Like y'all do that.
And the contract situation was we can't. They came up to him and asked him to take a pay cut. Yeah, because they want to be able to keep the team together so we can continue to compete. And he was like, no. So, and the thing is, so another thing was that they got close They got close enough to where it could be the contracts. They could have had a deal, but Armstead was like, "Well, let me test free agency, see if I can get more." So he just wanted to see if he's going to give a better deal than what he was going to get in San Francisco.
Yeah, well, shoot, he if y'all release him before June 1st, he could be looking like Russ. You know what I mean? Like go somewhere and take a little small deal because, like you said, he played 12 games last year, 9 games the year before that, so he hasn't been on the field. So, like I thought about the Commanders too, Tomo, but we got Campaign and we got I say Campaign, Deron Payne, and Jonathan Allen. But
Surprised
you
he didn't
don't.
say the Bears.
But huh?
I thought about them. I thought about them.
Surprised he didn't say the Bears.
But if we were to get him, it would be on a small deal though. Like, but he'll have to get this 25 mil off y'all though. You know what I mean, right? So we gonna need y'all to release that man before the first. So he can get his bread, so we can just give him a little chump change, all right?
We need that money too, so
Exactly.
I got more than enough.
And look, to make Kev happy, we could be like the Eagles and have like multiple DT, linemen in rotation.
They all leaving.
Huh? They all retiring. That's what they are.
Fletcher gone, Hargrave gone. They got just Jordan and what's the name now?
Your
Jordan
boy.
Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And then got your boy too. What's it, Brandon Graham? He
Oh,
resigned.
I'm talking about on the interior line.
Okay.
He got 5 snaps a game. We ain't worried about that.
That's your boy. All right, but I mean, at the end of the day, like that's what I'm like. This convo to me is like it starts for me when he actually gets released. All right, is he gonna get released before June 1st or after? If he gets released before June 1st, that's when it's like, dang, like why? Like
Joe, you
like
can bank
normally
on
that
the
happens
post
when
June cut. They not
You
gonna
said
cut
what?
him before then. You can bank on the post June cut. They
Post June,
they want the 18. Yeah, they're not gonna do it.
John Lynch, they went to him because they wanted to save that money. Trust me. They're not about to do it before June 1st.
Dang. Where you gonna get after June 1st? I mean, free agency starting in what, 2 days?
Who knows? But that's why we just let them know.
Yeah, this is definitely a topic we revisit once they make that decision. But I mean, listen, man. I'm not mad at him. He's looking at he's just turned 30. He like, bro, like 30 is like not young in the NFL no more, and he's been hurt. So he's like, I need my money. And the front is like, bro, I get you, but it's a business. like we can do without you. You know, we can replace you. The free agent market is gonna be huge this year in the defensive side of the ball. So, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it on both sides.
Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt when I saw the news last night. I was like, okay, well, I could see that. I could see why. He's the one person on defense that's been injured every single year the last few years, and literally. It's like, all right, we need you to be healthy, and you ain't been healthy, and you costing us money. So,
man, cool. We ain't trying to cost y'all no money. We want y'all to get these updates, man. Join these chats.
Join these chats, man, because the information I'm talking about. You got to put it back.
Oh, I got the big screen. Oh,
there you go.
You got to put it back up there. But look, these chats are on Instagram. They're not on anywhere else. Well, actually.